It's Friday, April 24th, opening night of the spring musical, the 58th Annual Special Olympics, and what's your dream Coachella lineup? All of this and more on this week's edition of The Stinger on Air. Good morning, Jackets. I'm Maddie Neal, and welcome back to The Stinger on Air. With the success of last year's production of The Addams Family, Buford decided to start a new production that opens tonight. Alyssa Jones has the story that has been produced by Michaela Oakley.
Over the last 8 months, a group of 11 students, along with one teacher, has been preparing to perform this year's spring musical, 6. After last year's successful performance of The Addams Family, the students were excited to get back on stage. Kinsley Lingle, a senior who plays Jane Seymour, explains how this year's show differs from last year's.
Well, the musicals are both very different. The story for 6 is definitely a lot more deep than Addams Family. Wednesday was, I don't know if I would say like a bratty teen, but she definitely didn't have as many problems as Jane did. And I just feel like you can definitely tell like the deepness in my character more in this show than the other.
Junior Addie Wright notices the difference in playing two completely different characters, Anne Boleyn and Morticia Addams.
Anne Boleyn is definitely more childlike and more in touch with her teenage side. She's definitely really bratty, whereas Morticia was a lot more stern.
However, 6 the musical is some of the cast members' first introduction to acting. Sophomore Reagan Whitaker says that she's glad to step out of her comfort zone to play Anne of Cleves.
It made me hate it less. I used to hate musicals, like in middle school. I despised them because one of my close friends, he was all about musicals, and I think it's just introduced me to the world of music.
Senior Peyton Shoup believes it's easy for her to get into acting in 6 because of her deep connection in her character, Catherine Howard.
Catherine was given a lot of trialing cards whenever she was younger, and honestly, like, that's something similar to me. A lot of my friends know this. And whenever, like, I've explained who Catherine actually is, they're like, no, like, that's literally you to a T. I just feel like it's just allowed me to portray her in a better way than what somebody who didn't go through those certain situations would.
Tabitha Thompson, who is playing Catherine of Aragon, talks about the hard things she has to overcome in the last 8 months she's been preparing for the musical.
I'm not a dancer. I've never been a dancer. But there's 6 of us. There's not a lot of us. There's only 6. So we have to be very precise.
Senior Michaela Oakley explains the bond that she feels to the rest of her cast now that her time with Catherine Parr is coming to an end.
But I feel like all of us being in a group of just us 6 girls together has really like strengthened all those bonds and helped us all become closer.
However, these 6 girls aren't the only ones experiencing the joys of opening night. Director Caitlin Hayward says she's excited to see her vision come to life, thanking everyone who helped made it possible.
So, being that everything is set up on the stage and we're kind of going through the final process of making the show happen, I feel a lot better because I get to see a show come to life.
So tonight and tomorrow, join us to find out which queen will be the one to lead the band. For Stinger on Air, I'm Alyssa Jones.
Last Friday, students from the Lancaster School District participated in this year's Special Olympics at the Springdale Recreation Complex. Before the event, students from Buford Elementary lined the hallways to give the BES Olympians a big send-off. Students cheered, held signs, and gave high fives to encourage the athletes. Those students then traveled to join over 600 others to participate in this year's events. This annual event is not only an opportunity for the Special Olympics athletes, but also to some of the high school Yellow Jackets. Ava Patterson has the story.
Let me win! But if I can't win, let me be brave in the attempt!
Olympians from Buford Elementary kicked off this year's Special Olympics with the Special Olympics Oath. Lancaster County has participated in the Special Olympics since 1968. The last few years, the games have been held at the Springdale Recreation Complex, and students from Buford High have been there to volunteer.
Yay!
I just think it's a good way to give back to the community.
Emma Benton has been a part of the event for the past 4 years and says she loves being a part of the community support.
It makes me feel good knowing that there's so many people here supporting the kids.
Beta Club, JRTC, and Teacher Cadet welcome kids with their cheers and signs.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
set up stations for kids, and held award medals. The games included competitive and non-competitive events that allowed the athletes to enjoy the day. Senior Maddie Edwards has also been helping out for the last 4 years and reflects on what it means to her.
Getting to see them feel loved and special because they're good at something, and it just makes my heart happy. It makes my heart happy that they feel understood and loved and cared for, and that they are.
For the volunteers from Buford High and the hundreds of athletes across Lancaster County, the day wasn't just about competition. It was a powerful reminder of what happens when a community chooses to cheer for everyone. For Singer on Air, I'm Ava Patterson.
Yay! Man, I'm so bored.
You know what you could do? Film jacket culture.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, let's go do that. Divorce beheaded live. What does that mean?
Don't you know, Course is having their spring performance 6 and musical tonight.
Oh, what time?
Well, doors open at 6:30, but the performance starts at 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I got so much recovery, I don't even know when the dates are.
Seriously, a miracle? There's only 2 more sessions and it's being hosted next week in May 18th through the 22nd.
Okay, great. I guess I'll do my time.
The Buford FFA is hosting their Spring Fling event Saturday, May 2nd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. They will be selling a variety of plants, ag make projects, barbecue plates, along with other vendors attending. If you are not able to come in, you can also stop by Sunday, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. while supplies last.
Man, look at all this artwork.
Yeah, there's more than this. You know that, right?
Really? I want to see.
Yeah, there's an art show here at the Multipurpose Building held today and tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Great, I'll go. Teacher Appreciation Week is May 4th through the 8th. Make sure you show your teachers a little extra recognition for all they do for you. Man, I'm nowhere near prepared for summer. I don't have pool clothes, flip-flops, anything.
Well, Buford Journalism is hosting a competition to see who can find the most buzz around the campus, and you have a chance to win a gift card.
Really? Where do I turn them in at?
You could turn them in during lunch. Make sure you sign your first and last name.
Okay, great. Well, I'm definitely not bored anymore. I could actually take a nap right about now.
Well, guess what? Collier just said he has something else for you to do.
Are you serious? Well, I guess that's all for Jacket Culture with Haley Adam
and American Seekers.
Thanks, everyone. With Coachella, one of the world's largest music and arts festival, finally wrapping up, we wanted to know what Buford's dream lineup would be. We sent Alexandra Flores to the street to find out.
Coachella just happened this weekend, and I'm kind of jealous, so I took it to the street to see what's your Coachella lineup. What's your Coachella lineup?
My Coachella lineup would be, now, if you could put them together, that is.
Eminem, Rod Wave, and Lainey Wilson.
Kendrick Lamar, Frank Ocean, and Bella K.
A Boogie, Youngboy, and Lil Double O.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake.
My Coachella lineup is Cave Town, Cat's Eye, and Lady Gaga.
Dig Bar, Miles, and Braden Phillips.
Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, and Alice in Chains.
Well, Miss Hayward and Caitlin are 2 different people, so Miss Hayward would be Death Becomes Her, the musical, The Lorax, the cast of that, and Legally Blonde, the musical. But for Caitlin, it's Beyonce, Cardi B, and Lotto.
Sabrina Carpenter, Chapel Roan, and Bad Bunny.
Jesse Murph, Megan Maroney, and Eminem.
Braden Phillips, Miles, and Dig Bar.
Sabrina Carpenter, ATs, and 17.
Right now, see them all perform at the same place with the same energy that's going on right now.
Wow, y'all had some really good answers. My Coachella lineup would be Bjork, Guy Fiennes, and Blood Orange. Well, that's it for Stinger on Street with Alexandra Flores.
Thanks, Alex. That's all for this week's episode. If you liked the episode, be sure to comment, subscribe, and share. To stay updated throughout the week, check out our Facebook and Instagram pages as well as our website. For Stinger on Air, I'm Maddie Nell.